Greetings in the name of Yahuwah and his son Yahusha HaMashiach. My name is Malak Shalomo, and I'm going to do a trade recap on my trade on MES. Today is the 2nd of March 2023. The time is 11:43 a.m. So let's jump into this here. Alright, I'm going to start off with the Camarilla setup. So yesterday's S3 was at this level. R3 was at this level right here. So let me just see exactly. Camarilla was approximately 39.8625 yesterday. Camarilla S3 was approximately 39.6475, right? So those were the previous day levels, and today we have Camarilla S3 right here, and Camarilla R3 is at 39.6975. Camarilla S3 is at 39.4325, right? So it's a overlapping lower value relationship. So excuse me. So I'm looking for a short setup, right? But this is one of the things that I don't like when in the ETH, right? In the ETH, the setup is happening immediately as the ETH opens. The setup of the Camarilla R3 rejection is happening right here, and then we're selling off overnight and hitting Camarilla S4, right? So the whole move probably basically happened last night, overnight. So today we're in this kind of chop zone here, getting support at Camarilla S4 and just kind of moving up, right? So the only trade for me in a lower value overlapping lower value relationship on the Camarillas with price being below S3, right, is a S3 retest for a sell back down to like Camarilla S4 and stuff like that. So let's see here. And usually I point out some of the other pivots, but basically the Camarillas were in play today. So that's the money zone. The value area low in the ETH, we actually lost that right there, and that was an overlapping lower value relationship as well. Let me just take off the Camarilla R3 levels so you can see that clearly. Right, so that was the value area high right there at 39.91. This is the value area low at 39.6125. So in the ETH, overnight trading lost the value area low and basically came down to the Camarilla support levels. So let me just point out something here again. Right, so these are the floor pivots, right? So in this situation here, we have something called a golden pivot zone, right? So the pivot level and the value area low is coinciding with each other. It's very close, it's near to each other, right? So in that kind of setup, they call that a golden pivot zone, and prices are attracted to that because it's two different indicators that are lining up together. So it either creates heavy support or heavy resistance, right? Or it attracts price to it, So let's see here. Right, so I was looking for probably like a Camarilla S3 retest for a short, and in the long position that I took, I was looking for a Camarilla S3 back up to this zone right here, right? So didn't get that. So let me just break down the trades here. Right, so at the open, took this first trade here at a sell entry at 39.41, right here at approximately 9.54. So I was watching price just kind of moving sideways, chopping up a little bit. We broke higher and we came up to 39 39.41. Let me see, what was the Camarilla S3 level again? Let me just pull that back up. 39.43.25, right? So that's the Camarilla S3 level. That's where I was looking for a retest to go short. So 39.43. So let's see. So came up here to around, what was the high? 39.43.50. And then we started selling off. So I took the sell here at 39.41, right? So we went into profit. I wasn't looking for this quick profit right here at 39.35. And I think my first partial was supposed to be just below this level right here, and it missed it, right? So it came back up, and I just broke even this trade at 39.40.50, right? So small profit break even trade on that first one right there. Let's see, let's point this out. I hope you guys could see that, right? So that was the entry, and that was the break even, right? So you can see the entry is here, and that's the close, right? Right, so then we let's see where we pushed up to. We kind of made a high up here at around 39.48. So at this point it's above the Camarilla S3 level. So I was just looking at it because I'm not gonna take a short in the middle of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking for the Camarilla S3 retest, you know, but with just looking at price action, I was like, man, maybe I should just step in a little bit and see what happens, right? So took the short here, came down, it came back. I kind of broke even this trade right here, so took the short at 39.43.75. Right, so wait, that was actually, hold on, let me see, let me make sure. 39.43 is the Camarilla. 39.43.25, right? So this entry here, it came up to like around 39.48. So I took like a breakdown here of 39.43. So yeah, I was still above Camarilla S3 at this point. Added to the position here at 39.43.75 around Camarilla S3, and then it just pulled back on me, so I had to stop out, right? So stopped out here on this trade. That was a losing trade right there, and went short here again at 39.45, and then lost on this trade right here. Stopped out at 39.47.75, right? So, and actually, wait, so this here, this is the trade at 39.43.75, and that one stopped out here, right? And then this trade here at 39.45.50, this one stopped out on a kind of break-even trade right here. So my trades were going into profit, but it's not getting to my targets, right? So I wasn't planning on taking a lot of partials or nothing like that, and they were missing my my first partial target. I think my first partial target was around 39.35, so it was just barely getting there and then just pulling back on me. So I wasn't getting my first partial. So at this point here, slightly in the hole, right? And not too bad. I could have stopped trading right here. It was just a little scratch. And let's see. At this point here, when we came back to 39.45, which was kind of like a retest of Camarilla S3. So let me just switch over to Bookmap real quick. Right, so today ended up being a nice little long, but this was the entry right here at Camarilla S4 for a long position. Today we started, this is the RTH open. We pushed up, pulled back to Camarilla S4. Wait, hold on. Right, we pulled back to around just above Camarilla S4. got the reversal. I guess if you were a reversal trader, you would enter around this level, and you probably held during the session, and you got like a nice move, you know what I'm saying? But I was looking for something opposite. I was looking for this Camarilla S3 up at this level. Wait, let me just pull out the pointer right here. Right, so you can see this is Camarilla S3 level right here. Right, so around this area. Right, so around this area right here. Right, so that's when I let's see, I started taking my short positions, and they're going into profit. I think this was actually 39.35. I was trying to get back to the POC level and barely missed the POC level. Right, so you can see right there, we didn't get back to the POC level right here, which was 39.35. That was my first partial target, so missed those a couple times. Let's see, take this off. Right, so we're getting the buy-in from here. We pushed up again, and at this point, like, I think I was taking some shorts here as well when we came back to Camarilla S3. So this is where I was taking some of these shorts. Let's see here. And in hindsight, you can see the bullishness in it. When I'm taking these shorts, probably around these levels, when they break, they push up and they break, and then they're just basically just pushing through, right? So I'm break evening some of these trades. And let's see here, I'm trying to get back to my long entry. Right, so we pushed up above Camarilla S3, right? And then we had this retest right here, and also this one. So let me see where I made my entry over here. Hold on one second. Right, so my long entry was at 39.45.25, right? So let's see here, 39.49.25 at approximately 10.50. All right, so let's go back to bookmap, see what that's looking like here. Right, so you can see like price was kind of topsy-turvy, man. I had some entries here that went. This was one of the trades that didn't come back to the POC level and pull back on me. So I gotta learn to probably, if it just comes just above my target, my first partial target, I should probably take the partial right there before, as soon as it pops up and does something like this. Let me just make that a little bigger. Right, so if it misses my target of the POC area right here at 39.35, and it starts to reverse and gets to some like this structure, it's like a buy structure right there, and we get this pullback to this level. Let me just point this out. Right, so we broke up, pull back, and then we push forward again. So at this point, I should probably take the partial right there. Because if we miss my level and it's given this bullish structure right here, I should probably just take the partial at that point. So let's see here. Right, so that was one of the trades I pointed out earlier that missed my first partial. Then we had this bullish run up. And at this point, I just pull back the whole chart like this, just to see what's going on, right? Because I'm looking for the shorts, but my shorts aren't working. So at this point, I just pull back the chart like this, and I saw, well, okay, it's consolidation at the open, pushed up, retest POC, pushed up again, retest POC, and then we pushed off, right? So let's see, at 1050 I was looking for another retest of like my Camarilla S3 level, right? Because that's a support level for me. So got the first level here at, well, the first test was right here. I didn't take that. And let price come back and retest again. And then we retested again. So 3 times we kind of retested this support area right here, just above Camarilla S3. So my entry was 39.45.25. Let's see, at 1050. 39.45.25. So right here, right? So you can see this buying structure right here. We held above this. Where did it go? Right. So I drew that line right there coming across from the open. This was like a support level where price was touching and coming back, right? Let me just pull this back a little bit. So it was like a high volume area right here, right? Let me just pull that down. Right, so you see we had this retest level right here. And again right here, so I just drew that green rectangle right there to show the support area around Camarilla S3. And then, come on. Right, so this was my buying structure right here. You see how we moved sideways, we consolidated here a little bit, and we're not breaking down, right? So this, I'm looking for confirmation at this level. We broke down below it a little bit, came back, retested higher. Then we had this volume area, this little small consolidation right there that's creating a higher low, right? So on the breakout of that level, I took it at, took the long at 39.45.25. So that's right here, right? Let me just, so right there on the breakout, took that long right there. And let's see here. Right, so we pushed up nicely. We had this retest. And I think I got my first partial. Let's go back to my trading platform. Right, so the first partial here was at 39.52.75, right? So took off like 3 contracts right there and left 5 on, and then it came back and just stopped me out because I trailed my stop below here at around, well, 39.49 exactly. So we had some topping out wicks right here, and then it just came back and stopped me out. So at this point now, this is current price right here at 39.44. No, this is current price. So 39.48, we're at current price. We came back up to like my stop area. So all of this here is like they're clearing out the stops, you know what I mean? This came back to my entries. So this was a good trade, taking the profit. Well, trailing the stop up to this level was a good idea because it eventually broke down, right? And I guess now it's trying to make this second attempt to go up. Now let me show you on my trading view chart. The golden pivot zone was my target, right? But I don't think we're gonna probably get to that level today. Let me see some here. Right, so I was trying to get back to this pivot level and the value area low of the money zone here. So I'm trying to catch runners. I'm not trying to take too much partials quickly and stuff like that. So these kind of trades is gonna happen to me, but I gotta be a little more nimble and take profit when I see, okay, when it goes into when it goes into profit and I see the reversal just above my first partial, like on today where I showed you on bookmap. Let's see here. So this was my lesson for today. I'm gonna start taking my partials a little different. Right, so these two shorts right here, they missed my my target of 39.35 coming back to the park level, and I could have had a lot more in the P&L if I just covered around these levels. You know what I'm saying? When it started to get bullish, I could have just covered and, you know, kept more of the profit, you know, but I just didn't want to mess up the short. But it's all in context. Like when I'm seeing the market is doing certain things, like it's just being more aware of the order flow if it's not going in your direction totally. And like after the first pullback right here, right, at this point I should have taken the profit right here. So if this first one kind of messes up and it pulls back on me, all right, cool, right? But don't let it happen the second time, you know what I'm saying? So I just gotta make some adjustments with my trade management, you know. But all in all, it's still a green day. Caught this nice long, and let's see. Just eventually caught wind of like not looking for the short anymore and just, you know, just going with the order flow, you know what I'm saying? So switch long and got the last end of it, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Alright, y'all, it's Malak Shalomo, and that was my trade recap on MES today. And I hope you all enjoyed the breakdown. And yeah, man, I'm still learning and not doing too bad. You know what I mean? I'm new to futures trading, so getting used to these contract sizes and trade management, and also a new platform which is Ninja Trader. It's much different from what I used to use, you know, so I gotta kind of get used to how you take profits and how to execute orders and stuff like that. So still making it work though. Alright, y'all, trade safe and stay blessed.